fine. A pint of ale and a shot of Jack, a pack of Camel Lights. Some days don't see the day and some don't see the night. Damn bar still wobbles, there ain't no footrest at the bar. When I pass through my washer glass, I can't see who you are. One more bottle, one more bottle, one more bottle for this happy hour roll. One more bottle, one more bottle, one more bottle for this happy hour roll. A pound of ale and a pretty girl, a pack of Camel Lights. Sweaty little men bullshit the southern girls in tights. And we keep on playing the songs that no one wants to hear. Sweaty little men dish out $100 bill without a care. And we play from 10 to 2, we work from noon till 4. Try to make a guarantee, try to make points on the door. No one tells us what to do, no one tells us where to go. One more bottle for this happy hour roll. One more bottle, one more bottle, one more bottle for this happy hour roll. One more bottle, one more bottle, one more bottle for this happy hour roll. In Charlotte, it's a long way to go just to show 'em what you got. And I hear it's worth the trip, the room gets burning hot. Let me jot down one more thing, just one more thing before I go. One more bottle for this happy hour roll. 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 One more bottle for this happy hour, this happy hour
Something for my godson Elijah and a little girl named Corinne. Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sisters on welfare, Tupac kids, if don't nobody else care. And I know they like to beat you down a lot. When you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. But please don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if you can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you don't need him. And I ain't trying to gas you up, I just call him how I see him. You know what makes me unhappy? That when brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pastor. And since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and I came from a woman. So why we take from our women, why we rape our women, do we hate our women? I think it's time to kill for our women, time to heal our women, be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So will the real men get up? I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Ooh, child, things will get right.
All right,
Good.
we're up.
Okay, welcome back to Season 2, Episode 5 of the Wolf and Fun Podcast, where we are the elite podcast of NHL 95 online world, fact-based, non-repetitive, authentic, and genuine. Let's welcome this week's guest, the owner and general manager of the Maryhill alumni, Red. Welcome, Red. Welcome.
Do you have anything? Do you have another name you want us to call you? What's what? You want us to call you Red? You good with that? Okay. Can you put the other screen on? Jack? Jeff, okay.
Yeah. Turn down.
No, yeah, turn the line down. I just want to make sure we see what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Alright, so we're going to get into this.
It's great that we're talking tonight because just before we start asking these questions, I just have to say, you've been an awesome addition to this league. I mean, your enthusiasm is contagious, and if we had 31 other guys like you, this league would be better than it is, and it's incredible already. So, thanks for joining us. We're excited to talk to you. I'm going to start off asking these questions, and we'll kind of go back and forth like we usually do. So starting out, first, tell us about yourself. Are you married? Do you have kids? And what do you do for a living?
My career as a farmer, so do that full time. It's pretty awesome. I kind of live in my dream, so it's kind of like work, but not work, right? But you get to do what you love every day. You know what I mean? Big part of my day is I do a lot with my kids, drive them around a lot for all this stuff. So that's pretty cool too. Kind of real hands-on that way. I like to see them grow up. So that's kind of how I got around the farm. So I kind of, passing that sort of down. You know what I mean? So. And yeah, got a good wife. She can't say anything more about that. She's well perfect, so pretty happy guy.
Awesome. That's all awesome. So where are you located?
I'm located about an hour from Kitchener-Waterloo, by a little town called Mile Bay, population city, about 800, 1,000 around there. I grew up down by Kitchener-Waterloo, a little town called Maryhill, right outside Waterloo there. And so I lived out west for about 10 years where I met my wife and came back. And to buy farms down there was crazy to buy, so we moved an hour away. So it's obviously to jump to see the family yet, but it's, still we got our own spot here. It's pretty nice, so.
Okay, that's awesome.
So where do you live in Canada? What's your NHL team? Like, what do you follow NHL hockey?
Well, my NHL team is obviously
The
the
Leafs.
Don't when I grew up, my uncle used to watch them all the time, and I was like, really when the Wendell 100% Gilmore days, that was my perfect time with the Leafs. Clark and Cotton and all of them. Those were my favorite days there. So yeah, the Leafs all the way. I don't know. We won last night, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know the answer. That game one was terrible, man. It was terrible.
Game one was, I watched, it was yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Hey, man, believe me, we know what pain is like, so don't worry, we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big answer last night, though.
Yeah, you needed that. Needed that.
Yeah. So, yeah, my turn?
Yeah.
You're up. So, when did you start playing video games?
Well, I've been pretty young. I remember my grandma one Christmas bought me like, what was that called? Remember it was a television or something?
Yeah, in television. Yep.
Television. I remember I got Dungeons and Dragons from the television. I was just a little kid playing up, and then we were kind of like that. And, we were out at the farm and stuff. We never got to town too much, and kind of played that out of it, and then kind of progressed to Nintendo and stuff, and then. But yeah, the television would have been the first time I ever played it. I think we had Commodore 64 hockey, I think, at one time. I remember that, or something like that. We were hooked on that for a while, too. So, but yeah, the television was the first one I ever played, so.
Okay. So go into your 95 history then. When did 95 come into it?
Well, we would have been in high school, and we were like, started with 92, 93, 94, and then 95 came out, and it was like the be-all, end-all, right? Like, it was so much more better than 95, and all my buddies got it. We all kind of lived, not too far. We had four-wheelers and quads and stuff. We could sit at each other's house, and then my one buddy, he basically had a cup, and his name was Steve Cummings. We called it the Cummings Cup. So we all played for it every year to see who the champion would be, and then we'd go into the city and play all the city guys and do the country kids and beat the city guys in the video games and stuff. So that went on forever. And it never went past 95. In 96, 97, it was always 95, right? We never got into the other one. The 95 was like the game. And, we played it till, I think I moved to West in 2003. And I think we played it like all the way up to there until I left, so.
Okay.
So, when you were playing this game with your buddies, were you pretty quickly better than them, or were you guys all about the same?
There were a few top guys. There was a few, mediocre guys. There was about three of us that were usually in the top. Not trying to, brag or anything, but I was usually around the top dog. There was one other guy that used to go back and forth.
Yeah.
But I was usually in the top two anyway. And in the city, we used to clean the guys up so that I wanted to win. From town, we used to smoke them pretty good. I basically lived off on them all the time. They used to freak out, and then they made this rule where they put tape on the screen, and you couldn't go across the street, and if you did, they said they'd call the goal back, and they were all pissed people across the street. There was a few fisticuffs happening. I remember one game, guys were in a couple, and they started swinging on each other because, I don't know, I think it was Hull scored one, and the guy whipped his controller, broke it, and then they started going at it. It was a big deal.
That's passion. We love it.
Yeah.
Good. So tell us about your tag name, Red. Where's that from? Your tag name.
I didn't hear you on that one.
Oh, tell us about your name, Red. Where did Red come from?
My name, Red. Well, I'm obviously a ginger and stuff. So, and then I was playing football and stuff like that, and I'm not a pretty big guy. I played rugby and stuff, and so there's big Red, and it's short, it's a Red. I've been Red since I was as long as I can remember walking, and I can remember stuff, I was always Red, so they always called me that, so.
So nobody calls you Jeff?
No. No, not many people. Well, if my wife says off, they'll call me Jeff, but
Makes sense. That makes sense.
It's like me with the wolf.
No, it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. Really, it's not. Nobody calls him the wolf. Nobody calls him that. Let me ask you a question. What's your favorite thing about the W?
Oh man, favorite thing about the W, I could talk for hours on that. I just obviously playing against other really good players is I love that. You know what I mean? Just test yourself. When I first came in, I was like, I'm gonna be trying to smoke a few guys thinking first, and all of a sudden, the manual goalie was in full steam, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? He's manual goalie, and everybody was trick and plus them, and that, and honestly, the guys that are in the league, like sitting with your buddies when you're 18 in the basement, shooting the shit, having fun, giving each other the gears. It's like awesome, man. Like you swear like you've known you guys since you were 10 years old. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh yeah.
It's just like it's just awesome. It's like you come in there and you're like, oh yeah, you're one of the guys, and everybody gets involved, and it's like I can't say enough. And like just and honestly, I guess the passion for everyone playing. Like people want to play, they want to win. It's competitive. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome.
Some of us.
It's like
Yeah. Some of us play.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. But yeah, no, I can't say enough. It's like I had expectations coming in, and it passed that by like a million of what I thought it would be like, and it's just like I couldn't imagine it without it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I enjoy it that much.
Well, you're talking to two guys that are right with you. We love this league. The camaraderie in the games. Everything you're talking about.
Yeah.
Different guys, I mean, it's great.
The camaraderie of it is incredible. It's like all the like, I remember the first podcast I seen with you guys with I think the Sutton was on there, and it was just like I was laughing for like an hour. Awesome. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. And I remember it was just.
Well, I've always been
I
a.
think right around that time.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say right around then I was just like, that's where I really was like, okay, like this is awesome. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That first podcast when I saw it, I was like, okay, man, these are like, yeah, this is just the guys chilling out, having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I from the beginning, I've always said is I'm a big proponent for you're going to get out of this what you put into it. So if you just spend a little time around with the guys, you're going to laugh your ass off, and you're going to realize how much fun it is. The guys who are scurrying around the whole thing and don't really get involved, I don't understand that, because it makes me, throughout my day when, everybody has shitty days or whatever, it brings me a laugh every time I go into that fucking Discord. It's funny as shit.
Oh man, and then you can say it's been on a party of a shit day, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna take the private night. I'm gonna have my time, laugh, like play some games, just have fun. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So you got a pretty good team. We like your team. Who is your franchise player on your alumni team?
What's the franchise player on my team right now?
Yeah.
Well, I think now I'm gonna go with Holmes and pick him up.
Who's that?
That was a good trade. He picked up Hull.
Oh, okay.
Do you even know about that trade?
I do know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Holmes. Well, obviously, I mean, obviously I like the one time, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I do. And like, Holmes, he could put it away, but not like Holmes can. You know what I mean? I wanted that little extra jam up there, like, well, Holmes on there, you got Lindros out there, like, all these guys are one time good, but there's a difference between him and other guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I went for Hull there and stuff. So
I don't think you realize,
Yeah, that's a
Red, I don't think you realize who had Hull for his first 4 seasons, or the first 4 seasons.
I do.
This guy's got the biggest hard on for Brett Hull until the Lindros hard on came. So trust me, he's only not on Highland because he traded him. So
Listen, I think it's a great pickup by you because
yeah, I agree.
I think Providence was underutilizing Hull.
Yes, I
I mean,
agree with that too.
Providence did not know how to use Hull.
He doesn't have to use anyone except Madonna.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
no, I think the first point he got this year was me. I think.
Are you serious? So wait, Dan didn't even have him playing?
No. He was benching him.
No, that's why. No,
Wow.
It's
he
true.
never had Hull. Like that's why I asked. I was like, okay, I gotta get on this.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize that. Okay.
And next year,
He was not fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hull is rated the highest he's going to be.
What this next season?
Next season he's 89.
Oh wow.
So
That's a great pickup
That's a
there.
great- that's a
Yeah, that's a
great
great pickup. That should really help.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That's what when I saw it, I'm like, okay, Hull, beat Graves, and Hull. They're pretty deep in the front three, right?
Oh yeah. That's solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, yeah. So, and I wish I could set Manson up front, but whatever. That's another whole topic.
You really do love Manson, don't you?
Oh, I love Manson. He's my boy from like, actually, as a kid, I always loved him too. So, but
Yeah. I hear you.
So your roster going forward, you're you just kind of spoke about it, it's going to be Hull, Palfy, and Graves up front.
Yeah, that'll be my front three. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough.
Going into the playoffs, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Hull at center, and then Palfy and Graves on the wing, kind of where I'm at. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I was trying to get Bork, but I couldn't make the deal. There's not Bork and Coffee on D. I really only got 1 year left, and I'm doing a pretty decent D for the playoffs.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
But I just couldn't get it done. I couldn't come to an agreement on Bork, but I gave it.
So talking about your team and your time in the league. So one of the things we always talk about is styles. Have you noticed the different styles in the league when you play different people?
Crazy different styles. Like that was the biggest shocker when I came in. I think with like your playing guys, you're just like, you know, you're kind of when you play with your buddies and the other guys, you're trying to get used to everybody's shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You come in here, I'm just like, the first Big 10 games and stuff, I was like, holy crap, like, everybody's playing different, like, the dump and stuff like that, and then, like, you got guys, your skating guys, passing guys, and stuff, you know, and then the whole, like, the whole goalie thing with some guys is mind-blowing, too, you know, like, you sit in the net, and, like, at first, I'm like, what the hell's going on? You know, and I'm circling around, and no one's hitting me, I'm like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do here? But, yeah, just massive different styles in the league. Like, even you two guys playing, it's like, you know, like they make these both score, shoot, and hit everything, but you still have different styles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hate this fucking guy over here. This guy sucks. So.
Well, listen. Well, as you're talking through that, whose style stands out the most?
Oh, there you go. And first off, you played everybody at this point, right? Have you played everybody?
I played everybody, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So the guy that stands out the most?
Yeah.
I would say, okay, I'm taking Pike out of that, but I would probably say I have the most trouble with Josh, the guy I have the most trouble with scoring on is when Segathon, he gets rolling on his manual goal really good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the hell, it's just like, it just gets me all flustered, I'm trying to keep the shit in, and I just keep, I don't know, Segathon's manual goal just gets me all fucked up.
I completely agree. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, just anybody in the real, like, wants to play, those top, you know, 50% guys, I think it's getting to the point where it's like anybody can be anybody on any given day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I really do, like, especially the last 3 weeks, watching you guys play and stuff like that, it's been like, I've been watching the streams, I'm like, holy crap, man, everybody's picking it up.
Yeah. Everybody. I totally agree. That's what's fun is everybody beats everybody.
Yeah, this league, kind of like what we've been saying, this is a really competitive league. You know, like there's probably, out of 32 of us, probably 20 of us are like really not that far from each other.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then like 12 probably have to pick it up.
In different areas.
Yeah.
Some are stronger in different areas. It just depends on where they're at.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Red. Every time I sit down to play, it's the same thing. I never. There's no way I sit down and I'm like, oh, I'm winning this game easy. Because as soon as you think that way, you're screwed. So.
Oh, 100%. Like I know, like last season when I came in for Maddie, he had already played you, so I hadn't played you yet. And then this was the first time I played that first game, and I was like playing, and all of a sudden like my goalie was like doing a few shit goals. I'm like, holy Christ! You know, he started. That first game of the game, he said not that. You know what I mean? That first game, minor. And I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? And then you come back next game, but it was to show, like, if you let your guard down with anybody, you get cranked pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's true.
Anybody. Well, I won't say, actually, there's probably a couple guys that are behind in scoring, so it's like, that's the way I feel with, like, Caden. Caden's gotten much better this year, but Caden and Segathon, like, their scoring is not as good as their goaltending. So it's like, if you give up a goal to them, you immediately feel the pressure of, oh shit, Now they're just going to sit on their goalie. Salvo has gotten that way, but his goalie sitting was much better this year. It was much better. He didn't goalie sit as much when I played him this season.
Well, I agree. If you get one behind some of the guys, you're just you're starting to get the sweaty hands.
Yeah.
Sure, right? You're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Like some of those guys that play the manual a lot, it's a tough goal man sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I know you're like, you don't goalie sit, but like your manual goalies this year have gotten like 10 goals from last year, man. It's frustrating.
There you go. He's hard underneath the table right now, just so you know.
Listen, I'm working at it because I think in order to...
Are you working at it?
Oh, I know. Listen here. If I'm going to ever beat Sean Bell in the best of 7, it's because my manual goalie was stellar. That's the only chance.
The only chance is in your dreams.
Well, I'm going to have to do something crazy and play.
And I'll say the same thing about me. If I'm beating Sean Bell, someone's going to wake me up because I'm dreaming.
Yeah. So I just think in order to take that next step, I had to get good at the goalie.
Yeah.
That's all. You know, I think I can play. I know how to score. I think I have the right team for my style. But at the end of the day, if your goalie sucks, you're going to lose. You know.
Well, the other day was the first time I actually beat Sean once. And afterwards I stopped, and I think it was 4-2 or something. I stopped, and I started to go down, and I'm like, holy shit, man, you're going to be tough to do that and get a 4 times. You know what I mean? Like, it's a long thing. He's a bugger.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, it's tough.
It's just...
You think, okay, you pull one off, but it's like, man, do that 3 more times. That would be a push.
Yeah, it's tough because even I think even I don't know if it was our W games or our Q games. I was up on both games, and the one game I was up 3-0 on him, and he came back and beat me 4-3. It's like it didn't matter. You can't sit back and think you got anything.
Yeah.
Oh, and also I find now you guys roll, and all of a sudden it's just like, holy, he can put 3 goals in like a minute and 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bang, 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 and you're like, good God. It's just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So up until now, who's your toughest opponents to date in the W?
Toughest opponents today? Well, I'm going to say, obviously Sean. But is good. I have a lot of confidence in both you guys are tough goals. Like, you both play a style where obviously I like staying in the offensive zone and cycling and stuff, but both you guys get the puck out really fast, right? So it's, you know, how do I put it? I guess I like the guys that kind of want to skate more in their own end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I like putting that pressure on them, the guys pass it out quick. That goes obviously against the way I play, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Both you guys are quick to get that puck out, right? So it's like, you gotta make sure you're not pitching your defense on you guys with the puck out quick, right? And then you're screwed if it's like a 3-on-1 or something, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I find guys like you guys and guys like that, like try to make each other there quick
Yep.
and stuff, and those are the tough games.
Yeah.
How about your most success? Who do you have the most success against? Well, you're allowed to put people down here. We're okay with that.
Okay. The most success, I'd probably say, well, I'm not gonna go on guys that are like, you know, like not winning a game or something.
Yeah.
I find I can get ultra skating in his own end pretty good sometimes. If you got
Ultra.
sometimes in his own end, he gets kind of everywhere and stuff. So you can capitalize on that. I used to say, Saki sometimes he would he make a lot of he just check the puck with his goalie and launch it.
Yeah.
Right, to kind of circle now this year he's like really holding on to the puck. You know what I mean? Make the better pass. I remember the first time I come out, like all over the goalie.
Yes.
Pass, you know, you put a few of them in, so you're off the top. You know what I mean? What else can I say? For some reason, I sometimes do good against the goalie when I play him. I don't know why. Maybe styles going on.
Who was that?
But Unholy.
Unholy.
Unholy, okay, yeah, unholy, okay.
I played him last year, a couple of times and stuff. He's a decent player. I was just like, okay luck against him, but yeah.
How about G? How about when you play G? How do you and G play?
G-Lock?
Yeah.
I took him 4-0 this year.
Okay. Oh, you're in the same division.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So I swept him this year and stuff, but
Get better, G. You gotta get better, G.
well, the thing is, you can't, but it's like, you just can't let your ring get wound up with it, right? Like, he's the one guy that if you give that guy any room on the ice, he's gone.
I can't figure G out for the life of me because he plays with the most distractions in the freaking world going on around him while he's playing, and he plays through it. I don't know how he does it. I can't handle it when my wife walks through and says hi. I can't stand it. I want to tell her to scream at her and tell her to go away. So.
Well, I'm waiting for the string. I'll be in a 10th game, and the kids will be walking by. I'll be like, get out now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm up 3-2. Wolf has got it down beyond the other much shit. Get out of here. This is getting tense.
Yeah. We all know that. We all know that whole thing going on right there. Get out of the room!
Yeah.
Get out of my room. And downbeat is when I'm listening.
The worst. Absolute worst.
So I think I know the answer to this next question. If you could pluck one player on someone else's roster in the W, who would it be?
Lindros.
Yeah?
Oh, have you been coming hard, Ben?
He loves Lindros.
Oh, Lindros. I asked Wolf once for Lindros way back when I first came in. He's like, nope. And I can tell right away, that is not happening. Lindros going to work. Then after he for a bid for Bure, and I have asked him for a third bid. Like, I'll just be randomly like on a Wednesday afternoon. So, I didn't change my mind on Bure. I'm like, well, I asked him 6 days ago. He's probably going to see fine. But no, Lindros, he's my favorite player in that movie.
Yeah.
He is. Like, since I started playing, he's my favorite 100%.
Yeah. The thing is, it's getting towards the end of his career now, so he's starting to go. Settle down. He starts to go down.
Yeah, this is as big as you.
When he was in the wherever in his career, like, he can freaking bury one time from down here to the blue line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's getting crazy. Like, when you take a hit, you take a hit, right? So, yeah, he's my favorite for sure. So.
Yeah. That's a good choice. We're both fans of him, so we totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get your thoughts on the Q. Just give us a little whatever you have your feelings on that since it's your first season there.
I don't know, I like it. It's like, I don't know. I find most, I don't know, it's not quite as intense, obviously, but
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes games where you get there and stuff like that, and I don't mind it at all. I think it's for just fun. Like, I played 5 leagues when I could, right? But I like Q and stuff. It's good. I'm not bad to say what I just want to play, right? That's it. So,
Yeah, I love it.
So, just as a comparison,
yeah, when all the draft is winning, like, hell yeah, right? So, like, I'm in that 95 class league kind of dead right now, no one's playing, but, like, and the vintage too, I'm in, so it's like, I just want to keep playing, right?
yeah. So let me ask you, because you're in the queue, in the queue, obviously, there's no penalties. What do you think about playing with no penalties as compared to the W?
Oh, well, that's a tough one. Either way, either way I say someone's going to be sure in the chat, but I don't mind playing with the penalties. I guess, I don't know. Tough because some games get like crazy, right? Like, all of it's like, you have no penalties for the person, there's like 14 penalties in one period.
That's true.
But it does change the games up a little bit just because they can have an advantage, but it's so up and down how regular they are at times, right? Like, that's my biggest thing. It's like, I guess you ran the goalie's interference. Sometimes it's like, you barely or even near them and it's interference.
That's the worst. That's the worst penalty. The worst.
Yeah, the worst penalty is when it's the computer that gets the penalty.
Yeah, that's
It's not even
bad
the
too.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you're saying, right, when you're playing against somebody who is skating around the offensive zone and say I'm gonna jump on my goalie and let my AI play my defense, and then they get a fucking penalty, that drives me nuts. And that happens a lot. If you control the puck in the other team's zone, you can draw a penalty because it's just what happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I know a few times I had like Rovers over there, that AI would get penalties like crazy.
Yeah.
Over out there. He was just ramming people everywhere. So I don't know if it's what it was, but I finally was like, holy shit, man, that guy's to the box today, so get him over there.
I am not a fan of penalties, obviously from my background with high, but I've gotten used to them in the W, and I don't know at this point if I think at this point I might feel weird if we took them out. They frustrate the fuck out of me because I feel like you're just barely scratching your way through the game, and then you have like that happens where Eisenman's on a breakaway and somehow he misses the breakaway, but he slams into the goalie, and I get an interference penalty. It just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Makes me want to smash the TV.
And then he goes into the box, and another guy goes in for something in the app.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh my god. Have you had 3 at one time? I love when I see 3 go in at one time. And I'm like, how the fuck did I get 3 penalties at one time?
Exactly.
Jesus. That's when AI is involved, and I hate it. I hate that.
I agree, though. It would be hard to play W. It would be so different to play without penalties.
Yes,
Right?
it would. We're so used to it at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, if you try to use it, but then it's like you go back. You know what I mean? Like probably everybody's so divided on it. I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I think we've come into it this way. We all know what it is, so I think we should just leave it be at this point. It's not going to change. We all know. Our number one concern isn't penalties. Our number one concern is people playing their fucking games.
Yeah.
So.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Just from a technical standpoint, how difficult was it for you to get set up to play in this league?
Oh, well, obviously, I live in a massive rural area, which is like, our Wi-Fi is shit at best, right? So, you know, when I play sometimes, you know, like a guy, you know, it's great, and that guy's like, dude, like, it's like a freaking Star Wars game, where there's shit flying everywhere, people in the corner popping out. I was getting mega frustrated, and I'm like, okay, like, what the hell is going on? I have to be able to figure this out. So, Ultra helped me, all the settings the way I could. Got our Wi-Fi, like, the best pack you can get, upgraded some hardware, stuff like that. So it's a lot better than where I wanted. So we actually ordered, my wife ordered Starlink yesterday. It's like the new order. I think it's supposed to be 5 times better than we have right
Nice.
now.
I'm interested to hear how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody around us has got it, says it's like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they said it's not even comparable. Like,
So if because Wi-Fi is so shitty, Starlink is now the best option in those areas. Is that what it is?
yeah,
Okay.
Starlink's the best option. They said, like, it's like we're getting, like...
You know that's Musk's stuff.
Whatever we call it now, our next... Someone I really got is getting, like, 200.
So you actually
So,
get like a trans whatever in your house, right?
yeah, on the roof, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So
Yeah.
they're gonna come wire in and stuff like that. So
You get everything. There's nothing you don't get.
That's cool.
yeah, everybody around here who's got it said it's like it's a lifesaver, right? So hopefully, because I wanted it for the playoffs. I talked to my wife and like I know why you mean like this it's not like you're gonna get into huge shit if your connection's bad. Like these guys are playing for real. I want to make sure for the playoffs and going forward that we have it good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like,
Great.
we're having it on and I'll be like, it's gonna cost a little bit, but you know what? Hell, we don't have it fun with it. Get it the hell in and carry on for life, right? So that's what we did.
No, I just want to say this, like, major fucking kudos. You put so much effort into trying to get in and make sure it's not on your end. And that's why, like, when you said something to me when I was like, after the game, I was like, it was a little glitchy here. Dude, I know you worked your ass off to get the thing done. And I'm never going to complain about a non-playoff. I'll complain, but I'm never going to say, well, like, I've always said, if it's good enough when you get past the first period, or once you start getting into it towards the middle of the first period, once you've gone that far, you've committed. So it is what it is. Whatever happens, we both agree that's whatever happens.
Yeah.
It sucks, right? Right? We know it sucks, but
I was just feeling back in my head. I'm like, this is what I was thinking. I'm like, okay. I was winning this game here, and I'm like, well, am I winning because my connection is so bad? These guys can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't want to be that guy. So I just also like, dude, like, am I that guy that comes straight up? You know, other guys don't want to be that guy. They don't know. Like, me and Ultra have a perfect connection every time.
Yeah.
Me and Sonny, good. Like, I find Yoda, him and me are tough. Who else? Tough. Yoda's tough. Sometimes me and Clips are on and off, but like Yoda and the Star guys are always they're buggers. Right?
yeah, the Minnesota guys outside of Galix, I don't seem to have a problem with Judd's. It seems to be like sometimes Sagathons is like great and sometimes it's not. And you know who's really weird for me? And again, it has nothing to do with how he beats me. But when I play Sean, like perfect example. When I went up 3-0 in that game, I swear to God, all of a sudden, he came down and he scored right away to make it 3-1, and it was one of those the jitter bug. But it's like I hate when all of a sudden it's just like it changes. Like the game's great, and then all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck just happened?
I got perfect. I know. I get into that too. The guys like first few periods were men. The last one you were like teleporting all over. I'm like, but I don't see it, right? So I'm like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Exactly.
And then I still like watching the stream. I thought I don't believe him, but I'm like, okay. And showing the stream, I'm like, holy shit, that is bad. You know what I mean? Like I fully agree, and I was just like, you know, I felt so bad. But I'm like, God damn, we're putting some money into it, and I just want to have it so like I'm not a problem. That makes sense.
But we appreciate the whole league appreciates it. Well, let me just say, everyone who plays appreciates it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you know what it's like. I felt so bad for a while. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So listen, your first full season, where do you see your team in the next 5 seasons?
In the next 5 seasons, I'm not gonna say like, you know, oh my god, I want to win every like cup or something like that. But I would love to have a team that's always in the top 6 in the like playoffs. That's what I like to do. Like I like to have a team that's like, you know, you're always in here. You know what I mean? I like to have that team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no way you're gonna be like, you know, well Sean said it, I'm gonna win 5 or 6, whatever. You know, Sean did, but like, you know, I'd love to win a ship one day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a big, you know, like to say. I don't say that like because I know the competition in the league. Like it would be a hell of a thing to do that. But I'd like to do it, and I always like to be in the top 10. That would be my goal in 5 years.
Yeah, I love winning the division last year. That's why I got like the shirt made and everything. Like small things, man. It's small things. Like when Sakic, I won the MVP with Sakic. Like little things like that. It makes it fun. I know I'm not going to win a championship unless a meteor hits the earth and kills Sean. So. I'm pretty confident against everybody else except Sean. Sean, no way.
Listen, so far in this podcast, we haven't mentioned that one other player is having a ridiculous season.
Yeah.
So actually, why don't we move into season 7?
Let's move into
Let's
this.
go into season 7, where we are. So right now, 23 players have played 40 games or more. That's a pretty good number. 2 teams have played less than 20, and that's just ridiculous.
That's bad. That's
That's
That's really bad.
Tex and Don. I don't know what's going on with those 2 guys. Tex, good guy, actually a pretty damn good player, but I don't know if this league's for Tex. I don't know.
Well, there's a hot rumor out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's heard this. Tex was booted from the 94 league, from what we hear,
Yeah.
for not playing his games. So
So, Tex is an interesting guy. He's He's a good player.
His team's great, man. He's got a great design. Like, I love everything he brought, but then he just doesn't play his games.
Listen, I mean, we've been in this league now, in this season, for like 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months you can't play 20 games.
Well, when you're speaking about playing games, that was the thing when I joined, where I was like, okay, like, I didn't know how hardcore it was going to be, right? I'm like, okay, like, the way I joined was like, so like, okay, you know, like my kids said, Dad, you should join, so I did. So then when I got into it, I'm like, okay, like, this is legit, like, these guys want to play. So I remember sitting there and talking to my wife, and I'm like, you know, like, if I do this, I want to make sure I lock time to do it. Because I can tell that, like, this is not, like, a piss around league. Like, they want to get stuff done, they want to find out who's the best. You know what I mean? So when I'm like, okay, well, if I'm in, I'm making time to do this, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. I just want to be there, play the game, and be part of it, right? So
That's great. Yeah, so there's 2 players, less than 20, which, that's kind of nonsense. I hate to say that way.
I don't like talking about him.
And then 7 teams are between 20 and 40. So, at this point in my book, everybody should be at 40.
Yes.
Minimum.
yeah, I agree for sure.
32 teams should be at 40 and more.
Yes.
So, but the playoff picture so far for me in the Clarence Campbell, this is how I see it, is, and I'll lay it out 1 through 8, which maybe we should bring that up now. I was confused about some things that were on Discord today about playoff matchups.
Yeah.
To me, I thought it was 1 through 8 in each conference. But anyway, I'll give my top 8 for Clarence Campbell. So far, I think it's going to be Sean, Thunder Bay, number 1. Nathan, his brother, number 2. Segathon, I have number 3. Red, the guy we're talking to, number 4.
Yeah.
Myself, the wolf, number 5. 6, Unholy, he's getting in. I think the Oracle gets in at 7. And Derek Sutton squeaks in at number 8. That's my top 8.
I don't disagree with any of those. I'm fine with all that. At where we're at, that's what it's starting to look like anyway.
That's my 8. And in the Prince of Wales, it's going to be Ticklepuss number 1, easily. Nipples number 2. LHX number 3. He's picking it up. I have Caden number 4. The Half Wampus. I have Alice number 5. I have Sunnyvale next to me, number 6. Salvo number 7. And this is a hard one, but I think Vic gets in at number 8. Vic's picking it up.
Yeah.
Vic's
I
picking
got
it
no
up.
problem with anybody on that list.
So that's my 8.
And actually, when Byron, you asked me before, I haven't played Vic yet.
Okay.
That's one guy I haven't played in the league yet. So I watched a few of the game streams. If you playing somebody, yeah, you don't think it's a decent player. So.
Well, I'll just say, enjoy playing him this year with a shitty roster, because the better his roster gets, the better he's going to get.
Better he gets.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a
I
player.
noticed his roster was kind of last. You said you wanted to trade somebody one time, you put up there, kind of his roster. I was like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, he needed talent. He needs talent.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
But when you play him, you'll see that he's a very skilled player.
Mm-hmm.
With his limited roster, you'll be able to see quickly. He's got skill.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
No, yeah, he's got skill.
Yeah. So stat leaders.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go on.
Yeah.
I know you want to keep going. He wants to talk about Lindros, so let him go.
So listen, 72 games. I played the most. But Eric Lindros leading the way. 126 goals. 39 assists. 165 points. listen, people are going to catch him. I mean, Mogilny, who's in second right now, has played 11 fewer games. 112 goals, 39 assists, 151 points, and then Sigmund Palffy for Red.
Mm-hmm.
He's in third, 63 games played, 109 goals, 24 assists, 133 points. That's beast season.
Yeah, that's great, man.
That's
Awesome.
So far, those are the three top point producers with, people still got games to play.
Yes.
That's why we
There's
are.
a lot of games still to be played. There's going to be guys that come out and get up in these rankings that we're not even thinking about.
Yeah. Mike Modano, I mean,
Solani's up there too, somewhere, isn't he?
Solani's
Yeah.
Solani's right behind Palffy.
He's right behind Palffy, yep. So I'm just giving the top three. Goals against average. Patrick Royal for Type
Wow.
A Typhoons. 1.61 goals against average. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Tug Nuts for Caden.
Mm-hmm.
1.69. Just ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Caden's game's taken up a notch this year.
Oh,
And-
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And Jocelyn Tebow for Tickle
What a
Puss.
fucking Puss. Puss is season. I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Fucking Puss is having an all-time season up there with the likes of Colin and Sean.
Yeah.
So if Puss doesn't win a championship this year, he's getting a no mercy from me. No mercy. That team is unbelievable. I started playing 4 times, and I know his team is built really well. So
Oh, yeah, man. He is playing very well. Like, him and Sean would be quite a go, I think.
yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Red,
That would give him that.
have you played Tickle Puss yet? Red?
I've played Tickle Puss, yeah. I think I lost 5-4 in overtime and lost 3-2 or something like that, I think. I know I lost goals when I played him, but one was an OT. Yeah,
He's got like,
but his offense is really good.
yeah. And shutouts. Greg Fuhrer for the Highland Wolf. 17 shutouts. Pretty impressive. Tebow for Puss.
Yes.
16.
And he's not done. Yeah.
And Patrick Raw. 15 for Taipei. So that's stat leaders.
Yeah, and that's a lot of what we would expect at this point. I think there's still going to be some people who throw their names into that there. No doubt.
Yeah, for sure. So again, Mike, start the comical bond.
Who's got what?
That's Taipei.
Taipei. Nathan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, Nathan's another one. He's not the greatest manual, but he's good enough. And that's why he got Wah, because Wah helps cover up his deficiencies in that area.
Yeah.
So it's always been a great move by him. Did he get him off you?
He did.
Yeah, he got him off this guy. So,
And him, and when he gets rolling with Korea, man, that's...
oh yeah, no doubt. Nate's a really good player. He's a great guy too. We had him on here too. He's a really good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I've gotten with him and stuff, he's doing good shit.
Yeah. So now we've caught up on that. I want to get into some of the fun stuff that happens around the league. So I know we had a little problem with the Timmins Tardigrades losing their owner, stepping out, and then we had a guy from High who was actually on our last episode step in, and then he had a falling out, and now we have a guy named Comical John, right? Is that his name?
His name is...
No, not Comical. Tecmo. Sorry, Tecmo. Sorry, Tecmo John, who I played. He's going to be fine. I don't know if he's planning on staying, but he's definitely a better player than both Bond and Font would have been. So I think he's an upgrade. He's definitely an upgrade.
So, I said,
He's in the vintage league doing easy for sure.
Oh, he is.
Fast, but in the vintage, yeah, he's in the vintage league.
Oh, okay, so he's alright. So he's not totally new at this.
No, he's in the vintage league and maybe the 95 box. I think it's one of those. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I hope Comical John stays.
I hope he stays
I
too.
hope so, too.
As I said, I've always said I'm an advocate for people who like to play the game.
Yeah.
That's most important.
And obviously,
Well, and you've seen like even the other season, he's always adopted for games.
Yeah.
Play, let's get shot control.
Yep.
that's so awesome. Like, so far, he's been covering these games for, like, what, a week?
Yeah.
And he's like,
He's all over.
he's banged out like 20 games.
But look, so that brings us to that thing that I put out this week, the FAR. The FAR ratings.
Yeah.
The FAR ratings and my tracker, which is the FAR tracker that I put up. It leads right into all that stuff that we were talking about. And what John, Tecmo John, he's high in all these things. I mean, outside of streaming or whatever, but he's proven to us, just in his short period of time, that this is the type of player that we're looking for, right? If we were vetting players, that's the type of guy we want to come in and play with us.
That's exactly right. If we're vetting players, like we've talked about, he checks off all the boxes.
Yes. And I know there's a lot of harping on this pace of play thing, but I think for Red, I consider you as hardcore as us. I mean, you're busy as hell, but you want to play, so I consider you to be just like us. We signed up to play in a hockey league to play hockey. And don't get me wrong, I love all the shit time I waste on Discord, but I'm here to play hockey. So.
Right, exactly right. So you'll be bugging each other soon, but in the end, we want to play some games and get going.
Yeah.
And I think, just to say what Mike said, like, you're busy, I'm busy, Klein's busy, everybody's busy. So, like, the fact that, like, I don't want to hear I've been busy.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's busy.
Yeah, everyone's busy, and not only that, another thing that I was going to say about Tecmo is he's already communicating, which is fantastic. To come right on and be like, I'm going to have time between this and this to play. If somebody wants to play me, show up at that time. Like, that's great. That's part of my biggest problem with Tex. And I've had some conversations with Tex. He seems like a normal guy. But he just disappears for 6 weeks and doesn't even give a peep. Well, yeah, you can't do that, especially when you're behind. If he was already at 50 games and he disappeared for a few weeks, then who cares? He's way ahead, right? But he didn't do that. He's way behind, and now he's way behind.
And also, the thing that frustrates me is he'll say, I'll be around tonight for games.
And then not show.
And he doesn't show up.
That affects your fart rating.
Well, I know what I was doing on my doing over that trip with the kids for bull riding and stuff, and I was like, I'm not going to be around for 6 days. The guys are going to be like, what the hell is that usually on every night, right? So like, I felt bad for missing 6 days. So I was like, on a trip, you know?
Yeah.
I just get it, like, you know, like you say, the hard first guys who want to play, and it's like, gotta get it done, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just to stick with this topic, like the pace of play, that's kind of what we're talking about. Like, I know jokingly, I've been saying for weeks and weeks that Cinco de Mayo is the end of the season. And I know it's technically May 30th, but the truth is, here's the truth. That people are like, almost like the elephant in the room that nobody's talking about. Gopher, and Oracle are leaving June 6th for like a month. They're going to fly to Europe.
Who's leaving?
Gopher and Oracle.
Two probably playoff teams. Gopher's right on the bubble usually, but
And Oracle's going to be in the playoffs.
yeah, he's always in the playoffs.
So they're going to leave for 3 weeks. So the truth is, if we don't get this season done by like, at the latest, middle of May,
Yeah, middle of
this season will not end till July. Sometime in March. That's the truth that nobody's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because they're gone for 2 weeks, right? Like that.
they're going for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're going for a while.
So I've been saying, let's try to shoot for May 5th. And here's the thing, like, Ultra Magnus has always said, if we get done early, the playoffs start early. Like, May 30th is the deadline, and the only person I heard object to that was Comical Font, and she's not even in the league anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, why isn't everybody trying to finish by May 5th so we can actually finish
I'll tell you
by
why.
May 30th.
Because you and I are from Philadelphia, and we're dickheads. Everybody else in the league wants to be nice and soft shoe and be like, okay, we understand. Everybody has situations. We'll let it go, let it go. But you and I are at the point where it's been 7 seasons of this.
Yeah.
And we pretty much should know how this runs, and everybody should be on the same page. So Magnus already agreed that the season's too long. He's cutting it down to 2 months with
Yeah.
the playoffs starting after 2 months.
Yeah.
We all know that this is a fucking drag, and I think none of us want to log on and feel like shit and be like, "Ah, this sucks." I think we all enjoy when there's tons of people to play and we're having fun.
Yeah.
So I think if we could just re-energize everybody, and I'm not saying we have to get done by Cinco de Mayo, but it would be nice by the middle of May to say, "Hey, look, we're at the playoffs, and we don't have to worry about stressing out."
Yeah.
Again, Red, I don't know if you know, we also don't start a season until now, coming probably close to the what is it, end of August, sometime in August.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a gap. Yeah, we're gonna have a gap. They shut down because your Waterloo boys. What is it? There's only a small season where there's not mosquitoes or something like that. So they try to get out and enjoy whatever it is time period.
Which is fine. I mean,
Yeah, which we understand. We understand.
Yeah.
But just so everybody understands, the last season is going to have gone from March 5th,
March
and
1st.
it could carry to July 4th, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, if people are watching this podcast, hundreds and hundreds of
I
people.
didn't know that. I didn't know that you took a break in the summer. I just went like straight through and then started.
We used to. We
Yeah,
used to.
The queue will continue.
Yeah, the Q will go. The Q will go, but the W stops.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
But yeah, like how many? This guy see on Discord somewhere. There's only like 77 games to play left or something like that.
That's in the queue. Yeah, 77 games left in the queue. Yeah, that's in the queue.
How many games are left in the W?
Oh, dude. I mean, the fact that we have 2 teams under 20 games played, I mean, that's 100 games right there. Right?
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah.
I mean, I would bet we're at probably 1,500 games left, something like that.
So listen, it's something that I bring up today because that's the reality of the situation. If we actually finish, if we don't finish till May 30th, this season won't end until July,
Yeah.
sometime in July, because
Well, realistically, like, are some of these teams that are under 20, like, are they even gonna finish or what?
That's
a
the
great
thing.
question.
That's the thing.
like Don, I don't know what his story is. He's played 19 games
Yeah.
through 2 months, and
So now all of a sudden, is he going to do a sprint and get the rest of his season in this short period of time? Right?
and then like Lloyd actually could do that.
Yeah, but so does he know? Do you realize Dan is always, as much as we break his balls and we can't stand that he's behind. Every season he does this, and then he puts 50 games in 2 days.
Yeah.
Is what he does.
He's at 27 games.
Yeah, like I don't worry about Dan because he's gonna get it done. He's just always behind, which I hate, and that's an embarrassment for High. I take that personally.
But he does ask it, like, Mr. Texas, he's MIA.
Yeah, Dan communicates. Dan communicates to a degree.
So we'll see how this unfolds. Everybody should try to play their games.
Yeah, I think everybody can see our passion about it, right? I think you can feel that we're not trying. I'm not saying kick out. I'm not saying kick people out. I'm saying if you're here, realize why you're here, and if you don't like hearing us complain, then you're probably one of the people we're complaining about, and you should realize why we're complaining. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be a dick. Magnus doesn't want to be a dick. We just want to play hockey.
And I think when you joined the W, like, when I joined, it didn't take me more than a week to realize, like, this is a pretty high-level league in 95 hockey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this isn't for guys just, like, you know...
It's not casual.
Like, it's like, let's see who, you know what I mean? Let's see the best player.
Yeah. It's not for the guy who's going to log on one weekend a month. That's not what this is.
Well,
This isn't my wife's away for the weekend and I'm going to check in. That's not how this works.
No, but that person that Mike's describing, that could be, they join our
Discord.
Discord and they play exhibitions.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
fun. Right? But like to be in this actual league,
It doesn't take you long in the league. It doesn't take you long in the league to understand, like, this is, like, you got to play your game. Like, as much as, like, I'm not trying to say the guy, but it's like, the guys in this league want to play, and it's like, you know, like, you
Yeah.
see that right away with the job.
Yeah.
And like I know Sean Bell as speaking about like player availability and like a schedule possibly in the future. I mean, I don't know if that's the solution. I don't know if Magnus saying, okay, 2 months, that's it, get him in. What do you think about schedule?
No, I have no problem with saying, here's your 6 games you're supposed to play this week, get them in, and then we get to a mid-season point. It's if you're behind, you have the weekend to catch up, or else you lose something. Okay, and then if we get to the end of the season and you're behind again, well, you lose your first round draft pick. Like you gotta make it hurt for people to realize. Like I'm big on. I have kids. I'm big on discipline on my kids. It's just the way I am. So if you want them to respond, take something away from them, and they will respond. So
yeah.
I agree. Like I think if you can say to the schedule this week, I don't play the games a week. I'd be definitely down for that because then you know the games are getting played, right? That's it.
So think about right now, we're over 30 days into the season.
yes,
How many days?
I said
March 1st?
we started March 5th. March 5th is when the ROM came out.
March 5th is April 21st.
Yeah, it's in 6 weeks.
That's great. So,
Yeah, 6 weeks.
so let's just say, for example, that teams are playing 6 games a week.
You'd be at 36.
36 minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
That's why when you said 40, I agree. You should be at about 40 games.
We should be at about 40.
And that's if you're crawling, right, Red? That's if you're crawling.
Exactly. That's if you're playing. That's if you're playing minimum.
Playing 8 games in a week isn't that big of a push when you think about it.
No,
No, dude.
it's not.
No.
I mean, you can sit down with a cold beer and rock 2 series in a night, and that doesn't take up much of your night.
No,
No.
not at all.
No.
I mean, like, not at all.
And also,
So,
like I think people come to join this league because they like playing,
Yes. Yes.
right? So, anyway,
Yeah, we like playing, but I also can't stand when people bitch about me wanting to play. That annoys me. Like,
right.
yeah.
the reason I'm only on here because I want to play. So when you say stop bitching about wanting to play, but that's why I'm here because I want to play.
Right,
So
exactly.
it doesn't make any sense. So I'm hoping that after what we've gone through this year, we all can because I'm being as upfront as I can with people talking about it on the Discord, because if again I think certain guys like to be adversarial, but I think most of us are on the same page. I think the guys, and I hate to say this because I get affected by this sometimes too, but I think guys that lose have tough time getting back on the game. And when you're losing a lot of games, it's easy to say, I don't want to play. And I think we have a close personal friend that's going through that right now. And he's been gone for a couple of weeks. So I think it's just, we all have pride. We all hate to lose.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's all part of it. It's all part of it.
But listen, it's yeah,
And
good.
especially in a league like this, faces a lot of the guys in this league were probably like the top 2 dogs in their friend group, right? And they didn't lose much, right?
Yep.
Then you come here and you start losing, and it's like, oh shit, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, like all the guys that play here, all the guys that are into it, guaranteed wherever they played before, they're always at the top.
Exactly.
You know, before you start to break, and then you also lose like also like you, and also it's like, oh yeah, 6-0, 4 shots, this is a fucking level. You know what I mean? But you have to.
But we all go through it. We all go through
Yeah,
it.
but you have to be like, well, I just lost to a great player. You know what I mean? Like, tough shit. Let's go again.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, man. I get off some nights. He knows me. I'm pissed. And I don't want to pick it back up. But dude. I came back from Tennessee, and I was not like I was behind. But when I came back from Tennessee in a weekend, I kicked out 22 games between the Q and the W. I mean, come on, dude. It's not that hard. It's really not hard.
But you're doing it because you enjoy.
Yeah, and I was losing a lot of those games, but I still kept playing because I just want to play.
And especially this time of season. It's not like it's summer where you're out doing crazy, like, all stuff outside. Like,
Yeah.
It's just spring, summer, like, you're in the house a lot anyway.
Yeah, you're trapped inside, so play.
Right. May as well
Yeah.
rock it out, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
for sure,
but-
definitely.
Yeah. So one of the thing about some of what we're talking about is, and I know we said it already, how awesome it is that Magnus made that announcement about going forward. The seasons are going to be 2 months.
I think it makes sense.
It just
makes so much sense.
Yeah, I mean this has been it's been an awesome season, but it's been painful too.
Yeah, but I am very comfortable with an 8-week season, 2 months, and 2 weeks for the playoffs. I think that should be it, right? I think 10 weeks for a season should be perfect.
And also, I think for people that can't commit to playing a 76-game season in 2 months, like, they probably should find a different league. It might not be the right league for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
I
like,
agree totally. Like, yeah. I mean, when you think about it, when you actually see the number of live, 76 games in 8 weeks, that's not that hard to get in.
it isn't.
When
It
you say
isn't.
it out loud, you think, okay, yeah, it's really not, right?
Yeah, I played 72 in a month.
Yeah, we all know what it is. We all know what it is. It's when it gets to 9 o'clock on a weeknight, and you have to choose besides going and sit next to your wife or going up to bed to sit down and play some games. So if you really like hockey, you're going to sit down and play the games, right? You're not going to go off and snuggle with your wife or go to bed. Play your games.
At least a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I can be up in I can tell Shan I'll be up in a half hour and I can get a series in. You know what I mean? Like, well, there's no reason, and I hate just playing 2 games. I've said this before.
Yeah.
There's no reason you shouldn't be able to get two-game series in under, what we say, 45 minutes? Because it's 22 minutes, 11 minutes a game.
Yeah.
45 minutes you can get 2 series in. You do that in a night, boop, you're good.
Yeah.
Well, I was in bed the other night, and I was half asleep, and all of a sudden my phone went off. I sit up, start walking down with it, where are you going? I'm like, game. She's like, what the fuck? I'm like, game. I gotta go.
Yep, it's the call of it. We love it. That's what we love. That's the part we love.
Give me 5 minutes, I gotta take a piss, I'll be down, let's go.
Exactly, man. So before we get it, so do you have any questions? Anything else you want to touch on before we go into the next part?
All I can say is, like, I'm super happy you guys have enjoyed. I really appreciate it. I super enjoy the league, and I really don't have one bad thing to say about it. And I said to everybody who's involved, everybody I've dealt with, I'm having a blast.
Yeah. I think Magnus would tell you he's happy to have you. We're all happy.
Yeah, we're all happy to have you, for sure.
So this next part, I wanted to get into, obviously, with your background. Can we call you a cowboy? Can we call you a cowboy?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call you a cowboy. So that brought me to the thing, and I have a little obsession with cowboy stuff too. So I'm really into cowboy. I love it. I'm jealous of your lifestyle. So I wanted to just go through and each of us give 5 of our top cowboys. They can be from movies, real life. Doesn't matter what, just 5 cowboys. So, Red, why don't you start off with we'll count from 5 down to 1, okay? So, why don't you go first, Red?
5 down to 1, okay. I'm going to go, number 5 would be Kevin Costner in Open Range. Remember that movie?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Obviously, John Wayne would be number 4. A friend of mine in West, his name's Barney, and he breaks horses, and he's probably my favorite real life cowboy.
Awesome.
Guy.
Awesome.
And then I can't put one of these 2 ahead of each other. I'd probably say both my kids.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Number 1 and 2, they're pretty special when it comes to that. Horses and cattle and stuff.
It's great, man.
Christine and Booker told they're probably they're something.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's so fucking cool, man. So why don't you go through yours? Well, we can go back and forth if you want to go back and forth.
So my 5 is from the movie True Grit. Marshall Reuben Cogburn, played by who's am I talking about? Who's the actor?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. Awesome.
He's my number 3. So he's my number 3. Fantastic. Have you seen True Grit?
I have.
Yeah, even the original one, because the original one is really good too with John Wayne.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marshall Cogburn's a great character.
Yeah. Should I go through all 5?
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 4 is Jamie Foxx from Django Unchained. Lovely character. Number 3, Wyatt Earp from Tombstone. Number 2, Doc Holliday from Tombstone. Love it. And number 1 is Rip from the television show Yellowstone. Fucking cool ass motherfucking cowboy.
Do you watch? Have you seen Yellowstone?
Oh yeah.
Do you laugh at it?
Pardon?
Do you laugh at it?
Oh yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, like so it's not as real as they would say as you think it is.
Especially when they're moving the cattle through the corrals and stuff. I'm like, yeah, those corrals are getting smashed in 2 seconds.
See, that's the type of shit you're probably looking at, like the ranching shit, being like, this is so not real. A lot of the shit.
And then, like, you know, where they have, I remember one of the big they have like 5,000 head of cattle, and there's no mud anywhere. So I got them like, holy shit. There's freaking mud everywhere.
There's always mud. Always mud.
Always mud. Always mud. Those corrals are just like totally full of shit, water, like, yeah, that can be a mess.
Interesting. Okay, so it's not terrible. It's but some of the stuff is just off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit unrealistic, some of the stuff, but it's a cool show, though.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, so I'll go through mine. So my number 5 was John Ruth. So John Ruth was played by Kurt Russell, and he was in The Hateful Eight. I don't know if you saw that. It was a Quentin Tarantino movie, and he was fantastic. I thought he was one of the best characters in that movie. I really enjoyed what he did in that movie.
So he's Wyatt Earp too.
Yeah, and he plays Wyatt Earp too, yeah. So number 4, speaking of that, of Wyatt Earp, is Doc Holliday, which played by Val Kilmer, which, that I'm Your Huckleberry line, I mean, holy shit. I went to see Tombstone at a movie theater that was $1.50 when I was in like early teens, and I saw it with a couple of my buddies. And why I remember it so much is the movie theater was $1.50 because while we were there it was pouring rain and the ceiling gave in and the water all poured in down in front of the screen. And we sat there and finished watching the movie as this water was pouring in down in front of the screen. But that's a great movie. I just caught that movie again last weekend. It's a fucking great movie.
Oh, yeah.
When Val Kilmer's laying in the bed there at the end,
Yes.
dying,
Yep.
it's like, first time you walk in, you're like, yeah, I got something in my eye.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just watched that whole scene when they're sitting there and he puts the playing cards on his chest and he walks out.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, so number 3, Ed just touched on this. Marshall Cogburn from True Grit, Jeff Bridges. I'm going with Jeff Bridges, but John Wayne was just as good. I'm a real fan of Jeff Bridges. I've seen him play a couple roles along in the Western style, and he really plays it really fucking well.
Yeah.
So that's another one. And then my number 2, which probably I don't know if either of you probably don't even know. His name is Sergei Kowalski, and he's from The Mercenary, which was a spaghetti western that I love. But he also played, this guy Franco Nero also played the original Django. So if you've never seen the original Django, it's actually fucking really good. And when we sign off, I'm going to play the entrance to that movie because the start of that movie, Quentin Tarantino stole the song from the start of that movie and put it on Django Unchained. But the beginning of the original Django, he pulls a casket, and he's pulling a casket behind him through this whole song is playing. It's a really fucking cool scene. So he's my number 2. Yeah. And my number 1, so I guess it was in 2018, I convinced my wife to buy this video game for my son, and I basically took control of it. And Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably the greatest cowboy character I've ever felt any kind of emotion towards. When
That was you for like a year.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years. I played that game for 2 years, and I think I logged like 130 hours in it. When my horse died at a certain part, I actually shed a tear for my horse when my horse died. Because in the last, it's what's considered like the climax of the game. You're running away, and my horse that I broke my horse and I trained it all, and you keep souping it up and getting it to be really good, and then through the storyline, he ends up dying, and there's this scene where Arthur's over top of the horse, and I remember sitting in the room in the pitch black, and I got tears running down my eyes because my fucking horse died, And I'm like, holy shit! And then that only set me up because Arthur, who's the lead role in the movie, that he doesn't make it out of that game. So when you watch what happens to him, your character through the game, it was very impactful, dude. I loved it. If you've never seen any, you should just look up game footage. It's beautiful. Playing out in the Old West, it's just absolutely beautiful scenery. You can hunt. You can literally go out and just hunt. If you just want to hunt, you can just go hunt, which is like unbelievable to me.
I'm gonna get that for my kids. Freaking love that.
Oh, dude, it's phenomenal. Especially it'd be right up your kid's alley. It's fucking phenomenal.
Actually, Jer from our league.
Yeah, Jer Baytown Thunder. He's always on playing it. When you look at his on his Discord, it'll say he's playing Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll look into that.
Yeah. And like I said, check out the original Django too. So
I'll do that.
one more thing I wanted to touch on. So do you have the Twitch pulled up?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so you can see. All right, so I just want to. So I got a message from you from your thread between me and you with a private message. Okay. And so they sent me a picture, and they wanted me to talk to you about this picture.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see when you see the picture pop up, when you see if you have the Twitch on.
Tell us about it.
Tell us about it.
The picture's up right now?
Can you see it? Are you on the Twitch?
Yeah, I did.
So I want you to tell us about this. We want to know.
Oh boy, who the hell takes the time?
Your son's a pretty good sneak, I'll tell you that much.
I was always, I wrestled in school and stuff, and then I kind of got into jiu-jitsu and stuff like that in my 30s, and then I got to have a bit of a MMA career and stuff, and that was my last fight when I was 37, and yeah, I was on pay-per-view and stuff like that.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Kind of wanted to prove to myself I could do it. I was always like scrapping a bit and stuff, but I didn't want to get in too much trouble. It was kind of cool to do your fight 20-year-olds and stuff, though. And unfortunately, the older you get, the fucking story you get, right?
Yeah.
And then it was my kid's time, but yeah, my last fight there, I got my nose smashed in pretty good, and it was pretty funny. So it was like on the TV, so like bleeding all over the place. So I get back to the change room, like everyone's messing, so my daughter calls me, she's like, oh Dad, like, that was so great, we love you, it's like, I'm so proud of you, got here, blah, blah, and so my son gets on the phone, all he says is, Dad, love looks sweet, see ya. That's all he says. He just said, see ya, Dad, love looks sweet. I'm like, what the fuck?
Blood looks sweet.
That's all he said. Don't even ask if I'm okay, my nose is crooked, don't even ask if I'm okay. Love looks sweet, Dad, see ya. Hangs up. I'm like, frick.
That's great.
Wait. So is this fight on YouTube? Can we find this fight on YouTube?
I'm not sure, but I can find it and send it to you if it's not on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Unless you don't want us to see it, I'm not trying to pry. I'm very curious.
No. I don't tell too many people about me doing that because I don't know. I like it. I did some pretty decent at it and stuff, but then I think it was 2017, and I was gonna do a little bit more, and then COVID kind of hit there. Stuff. They're just kind of like, I'm over 40 now. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I give you major credit, dude.
Everyone said, oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it and stuff. Like I can get older. I'm like, well, now I gotta prove it wrong, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun, and but it was definitely one of those things where it was like you gotta prove it to yourself that you can do it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially against those young guys that are like 22 and stuff like that. They're coming for blood.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
No doubt. Definitely no doubt.
It was cool. That's funny. You got that picture.
So I'm glad we caught you off guard with that because then you weren't expecting it. So that's awesome.
No, I wasn't expecting that at all.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you could send us that, I'd love to.
Yeah, I think most people in the league are going to be interested once they see this. So it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Again, I love each of us revealing little parts of who we are because obviously we all have our own lives outside of the Discord. Whereas we're not just the jackasses that are on the Discord. We all have shit going on outside of there.
And I think I lives of so many different people. It is cool to see what everybody else does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, just and so many different places. Some are in the country, some are in the city. It's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
so that's part of the whole experience of it.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree, man.
And it's like, you know, like even sitting here talking to you guys, if somebody was like listening and didn't know about this, they'd be like, "Oh, did you guys go to high school together?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what makes it such a special thing. The W, right?
Yeah. I totally agree, man.
Hey, I got a question for you, Red. Would you ever consider coming to the high tournament next year?
Actually, who asked me to go with that one? Someone asked me to DM. This was a while ago.
Was it Derek? Was it Derek?
Maybe it was Derek. This was a while ago. And my wife said, you know, she watched the farm for me to get down there. If I could come down for it. I'd probably come down.
Man, your wife is fucking awesome. I'll tell you that much. Your wife's fucking awesome.
I just think because we see how much you love the W, I think much like Nipples and Puss and Sutton that came and Magnus that came last February, I think you would have the time of your life.
Yeah, you're built for this. You're built for it.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love you. Honestly, that's podcast ever Sutton work. Connor, you were saying, well, I was sitting out on the picnic table. I didn't know why I was so fucked up. I like edibles or mushrooms. Fuck man, I like laugh. I was well, now I know. I was dying laughing when I heard that. And I was just like, yeah, that would be a good time down there.
Yeah, we would love to have you, man. We would love to have you. We love to have everybody, man. We welcome everybody.
it's a great.
I will make it down.
That's
awesome.
what we like to hear. That's what we
That's
like to
great.
hear.
That's
I will
awesome.
make that effort. I will do it. It would be cool to meet you guys in person, have a drink, and you know, it'd be nice.
Yeah, definitely, man. I agree, man.
It's great, man. Well, listen.
Yeah,
anything else?
man.
Red, it was a pleasure to talk to you tonight. This is always fun to get to know some of the players. And like I said in the beginning, you know, I wish everybody was like you in this league.
Yeah.
Just with the enthusiasm. You are here because you love to play. You know, you're really good. So it's a great thing. We're happy that you're with us. And this is a fun night, so.
Yeah, man. Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for being able to join us when you can join us. We know you're busy. Really appreciate it.
I really appreciate having me, guys. Like I said, I listen to you guys in the tractor when I'm putting snow, so I'm happy to be here.
Awesome, man.
All right, so this is the Wolf and Klein podcast, season 2, episode 5. We're out.
Later, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Django, have you always been alone? Django, have you never loved again? Love will live on, life must go on, for you cannot spend your life regretting. Django, you must face another day. Django, now your love has gone away. Once you loved her, now you've lost her, but you've lost her forever, Django. When there are clouds in the skies and they are gray, you may be sad, but remember they'll all soon pass away. Oh, Django, after the showers, the sun